All right, so our next segment, we got buy low, sell high. It's the segment that does the best for us here at the Pivot.
Let's do buy lows first.
What do you got for buy low?
So I think my best buy low right now, or at least my most important buy low right now, is Dallas Goddard to me.
Ooh, Dallas Goddard.
If I can get Dallas Goddard, I want to get Dallas Goddard any way I can do it. I think he could be a top 3, top 4 tight end the rest of the year. And I think there's a good chance that he'll do it too. Because anytime that since he's been in Philadelphia, it's been like 3 or 4 years, any game that Zach Ertz has missed, Dallas Goddard has averaged like 18 fantasy points per game.
Yeah.
And guess what? Zach Ertz is gone for the rest of the year.
Yeah, he's in Arizona.
And who's the number 1 receiver on that team? Dallas Goddard.
Dallas Goddard, yeah. He had five targets this week, 70 yards, 3 receptions, 10.5 fantasy points. It was a rough game to watch for Philadelphia.
It was a rough game.
Honestly,
they couldn't move the ball until the fourth quarter.
Right, but going forward, I mean, I even liked this dude whenever there was a healthy Ertz on the team.
I've liked him for a long time.
Yeah.
He's just a really special, talented player.
Yeah, he's very. I feel like if you can trade for this guy and you're hurting at tight end, this is a good tight end target. If you have like extra assets at the running back position or the wide receiver position, get your hands on him. It's going to be a solid. He will be a solid tight end for the rest of the season.
And Dallas Goddard was getting drafted so late that if you find yourself with a team where you have like Dallas Goddard and like Mark Andrews or something, sell Mark Andrews because you got Dallas Goddard the rest of the year.
Yeah, no.
Or if you got like George Kittle and Dallas Goddard, sell George Kittle.
Yeah, if you can,
you don't got to worry about that no more with Dallas Goddard.
If you can walk into a scenario where you can trade a Mark Andrews or a George Kittle for Goddard and then like a promising wide receiver asset or running back asset, I would do that immediately.
Yeah, because Dallas Goddard is going to put up that caliber of points.
Right.
And you can get a better return for Kittle or Andrews type of player right now.
Right. I agree with that 100%.
How about you? You got to buy low?
I mean, it's the same buy low that we've had for a while for me right now. Let me see. Let me see if I can make things interesting. I don't know if Kyle Pitts is a buy low at this point, but I've loved him all season. He's had 2 solid weeks of just monster fantasy numbers. If there's someone out there in your league that isn't valuing Kyle Pitts like he should, I would go for Kyle Pitts. I feel like by the end of the season, he might be the number 1 tight end in the league.
I would want Kyle Pitts too. I don't know if you can buy him low right now. I mean, if you can, do it, but you'll probably have to pay a decent amount for it. But I think it's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I don't know if he's a buy low yet. In some leagues, he might be. People might.
After last week, whoever has him is probably excited about him.
Yeah, whoever has him is probably excited about him. I'd say a buy low that I kind of like, and it might be because of my bias, but I feel like Marvin Jones is a good buy low.
Interesting. I'll bring up my other buy low after you talk about it.
The reason why I think Marvin Jones is a good buy low is he's had DJ Chark is out for the rest of the season. So they're limited on I guess wide receiver competition in Jacksonville.
Yeah. And
the week that DJ Chark went down, he had 6 targets, but he only scored 3 fantasy points because I don't know how the game script fell or whatever. He only caught one of those balls and he got 3 fantasy points. Week 2, he got 10 targets, caught 7 of them, got 100 yards and a touchdown. Going forward, I feel like that's going to be more regular than the previous week. Marvin Jones, 31, looks a lot better than Julio Jones, who is also 31. And I feel like he's going to have a good rest of the season. He's got Seahawks next. I mean, he's got Buffalo. That's rough. Indianapolis, San Francisco, Arizona, Rams. But not the easiest matchups. But I feel like when they're throwing the ball, most of the time it's going to be going to Marvin Jones.
Yeah.
And Trevor Lawrence has looked better over the last few weeks.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence is probably going to get a little better every week throughout the whole year.
Right. And
I can't argue with your Marvin Jones buy low, but my buy low is Laviska Shenault.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I think he just has more upside than Marvin Jones.
I don't know. Well, I mean, let's see here.
And I think as Trevor Lawrence gets better over the year, Laviska Shenault's going to keep getting better over the year. The thing with Laviska Shenault right now is he's kind of taking over the DJ Chark role. So it's taking him a few weeks to get accustomed. He's running a little bit different routes than he was running while DJ Chark was healthy. But once he gets accustomed to that, and once him and Trevor Lawrence click, I think he's a much more electric player than Marvin Jones, and he has the potential to really go off.
Let's see here. Chenault last week, previously to their bye, he also had 10 targets. Mm-hmm. They had 10 targets collectively. He had 54 yards, 6 receptions, 8.4 fantasy points. I mean, I can't argue against that. I feel like something that if you're in a dynasty league, Chenault might be a better option because he has more years left in him, for sure. Guaranteed.
It might be team dependent, too. Like, if you have really bad receivers, maybe you go get Marvin Jones because he's a little safer.
Right.
But, like, if you have 2 stud receivers and you're looking for a flex, maybe you go get Chenault because he has higher upside.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're just looking for that big play that's going to put you over the top. Chenault's going to be more likely to be that guy than Marvin Jones.
Yeah. I can see where you're coming from. I do like Marvin Jones a little bit more for the rest of the season, but I mean, it's really a toss-up. We'll see.
Yeah, they're both good plays. I
who
think,
does what.
Like we said, I think Trevor Lawrence is going to keep getting better, and both of those receivers will benefit from it.